In the early 1950s, Mercedes-Benz needed a way to prove itself again. The Second World War had left the German auto industry in ruins, and the brand's once dominant racing legacy was a distant memory. The answer came in 1952, in the form of a race car called the W194, a lightweight, aerodynamic machine that shocked the world by winning some of the toughest endurance races on the calendar, including the legendary Carrera Panamericana in Mexico. One American importer, Max Hoffman, saw something bigger in that race car. He believed wealthy American buyers would pay for a road-going version of it. Mercedes-Benz agreed, and in 1954, the 300 SL was born, a street-legal sports car built directly from race car bones. The car's most famous feature came from necessity, not style. The 300 SL used a lightweight tubular spaceframe chassis for strength, but that frame ran high along the sides of the car, where normal doors would have to cut through it. The solution was doors that opened upward instead of outward, hinged at the roof. Mercedes engineers called it a practical fix. The world called it magic. Those upward swinging doors gave the car its nickname, the Gullwing, because open, they looked like a bird's wings spread in flight. Underneath that dramatic bodywork was serious engineering. The 300 SL used a 3.0-liter inline-six cylinder engine, tilted at an angle inside the engine bay so the hood could sit low and sleek. It was also the first production car in the world to use mechanical fuel injection instead of carburetors, a technology borrowed straight from wartime aircraft engines. That innovation pushed the engine to produce around 215 horsepower, enough to make the 300 SL the fastest production car of its era, with a top speed of roughly 260 km per hour, or about 160 miles per hour. Inside, the Gullwing was as much a technical showcase as it was a luxury. The cabin was tight and low, wrapped around the tall door sills from that spaceframe chassis. Climbing in wasn't graceful. Owners had to step over the wide sill and drop into the seat, and early cars didn't even have windows that fully rolled down. But none of that mattered. This was a car people bought to be seen in, and to feel like they were piloting something closer to a race car than a road car. Mercedes built the Gullwing Coupe from 1954 to 1957, producing just over 1,400 units, before switching to an open-top roadster version that continued until 1963. The Roadster kept the same engineering spirit but replaced the swinging doors with a more conventional convertible top, since the spaceframe chassis was modified to allow standard doors. Today, the 300 SL Gullwing stands as one of the most celebrated cars in automotive history. Original examples regularly sell at auction for well over $1 million, and it's frequently ranked among the most beautiful cars ever made. Design historians point to its perfect proportions, the low, wide stance, the subtle curve of the roofline flowing into the doors. But its real legacy isn't just how it looks. It's what it represents, a moment when a car company used raw engineering necessity to create something so striking, it became a symbol of automotive art itself. More than 70 years later, the Gullwing doors that started as a structural workaround are still instantly recognizable. Modern cars, from the Tesla Model X to specialty supercars, have borrowed the idea, chasing that same sense of drama. But none of them carry quite the same story. The 300 SL wasn't designed to turn heads. It was designed to win races and solve an engineering problem. The fact that it became one of the most iconic-looking cars of all time was, in many ways, an accident of good engineering, and that's exactly why it still matters.